Hello everybody, my name is Aaron Hoyt. Today I'm just demonstrating my G1000 flight plan assignment. I am using PowerPoint and then I used a simulator from my school that I have that has a G1000 panel on it. Today's presentation objectives are going to be first to highlight the G1000's core navigation features, show you the features of the G1000, the things that it can do, and all its different abilities. We're going to create a flight scenario en route using the G1000 and its flight planning and map function to show you a way to fly somewhere, wherever you want to go. We'll use a specific example in today's lesson, but you can apply this to almost any cross country. We're going to demonstrate that flight with the G1000 and the simulator, show you how to load it up, what it does, and how we can do that. And at the end, we're going to reflect on our experience and talk about things that we could have done differently or what we needed to do to make it better. G1000 overview. To start, we're going to talk about the PFD. The PFD is the primary flight display of the G1000. You can see it on the left of the picture. It's the blue and orange. It has your attitude indicator, VSI, heading indicator, altimeter. You can put your flight plan on it. It has radio and nav frequencies up in the top and left, top right and left corners, and in the middle it has guiding information for your cross country or waypoints. On the other side, we have our MFD, our multi-function flight display. This has all kinds of information, starting with on the left our engine page, and then it has a map. You can put up our flight plan, all kinds of information that helps us get to our points. These are both different navigation tools we use. We can use the MFD to load waypoints and databases. We can use it to manage our flight plan, and then we have a moving map with terrain overlay. And some newer G1000s, you can put all kinds of different things on there. We use these to help guide us through our flight plan, help to make our cross-country safer and more effective. G1000 key navigation features are one of the main highlights of the system. It has waypoint navigation, which allows us to direct ourselves and head towards waypoints along our flight plan. Direct to function is one of the most popular ones you're going to see in most aviation. It's a little simple, allows you to type in a waypoint, fix, route, anything like that, and have your G1000 take you directly to it. And then custom waypoints. We use these a lot in training actually to load different types of holds or, enter flight plans from different areas or even approaches, and allows us to name them and select them, put them exactly where we want them. And it's a huge function that we use all the time in training, especially with students. Flight plan management. Not all G1000s do this if they're a little bit older, but new ones, you can actually save flight plans onto them, such as, let's say you run a route. I live in Texas and I fly to Austin all the time. I could save the flight plan that I like to Austin and immediately load it back up. Let's say I'm flying there once or twice, 3 times a week, and I have that saved. And then editing in flight plans, this allows us to very quickly, we're on a IFR flight plan and center calls us and says, hey, changing your plan, you're heading here now. We can immediately go, okay, direct to Cugpla or whatever it is. The plan is going to go from KSJT, Sierra Juliet Tango, San Angelo, Texas, to K Alpha Bravo India, Abilene, Texas. It's right around 76, 77 miles, and the route we're going to take is via Sierra Juliet Tango, Victor 77, Alpha Bravo India. There's 2 approach points in there. We don't have them in the flight plan because we're just going to load in on the G1000 the actual point. It's 4 flight for this because it gave a little bit more detailed picture. We have a DA40, a Diamond 40 with a G1000 panel. And execution. Free flight plan. The first thing we're going to do when we load up the G1000 every single time is check the currency. We want to make sure all charts and databases are up to date for that G1000. We're going to validate our flight plan, so load it in and make sure everything looks correct. And then one of the big things we always do on the ground is engage the autopilot. This is because gyros and stuff in the G1000 need to start spinning, and if you activate it in the air, it can cause those things to mess up. So we always start and check the autopilot, test it on the ground. Departure, we're going to follow a SID or assigned heading. For us, we're just going to get vectored by tower onto our heading to get out of the airspace. We don't have any kind of instrument departures. And then we're going to monitor the PFD and MFD. We'll have the engine page up to monitor our engine systems, and our PFD to actually obviously fly the airplane. En route on this, we're going to track our progress, monitor our flight plan, make sure we know where we're going, and then we're going to check the map and engine pages to make sure everything's running smoothly throughout the flight. For my references today, I have another picture of the G1000 that I use to fly this flight. I have the G1000 Pilot's Guide. You can download it off the Garmin's website. Super convenient. Make sure you have the one for the correct year of your G1000 because they're all different. If you have one from 2005 versus 2023, a TXI, I can't remember the exact name of it, the hotel model. And then we also use the instrument flying handbook to double check. We always want to make sure that we're flying correct procedures for our airplane, and the instrument flying handbook. We also want to make sure that we're doing things up to date and that we're flying things correctly, such as departing a target airport, entering a instrument